So previous class we discussed the topics like operators and dialog boxes. Today I want to start about the topic is loops. Loops also very important concepts. So basically, what is a loop? So loop means like it's a looping. So if you want to repeat some particular content in infinity times, we can use the loops in JavaScript. And also they have the multiple methods are there to develop the loops. So first it will start from the for loop, while loop, do while loop, for in, for out. Basically for in and for out, these two we both are ES6 features. So I will explain you that concepts also today. So I'll write some basic syntax of these things. Loops. I already explained. If you want to repeat the words in infinity times, we can use the loops in JavaScript. That is, we have the multiple types are there. First it is for loop, while loop, do while loop, maybe for in, for. So first I'll go with the for loop. So for loop, first I'll write the syntax. Basically, it will come like for condition one, next condition two, we can write the statements. So this is the for loop basically. So in for loop, actually we can write all the parameters we can pass like a condition one to condition two, condition three. Means like for let I equal to 0. So here I'm giving the one condition, that is I'm initializing the 0 value to I. Next I'm giving the some another condition, that is uh, greater than or equal to 10. After that I'm incrementing. Now so I want to print particular content in 10 times, 10 equal. So now so simply we can write here. See, I printed the all the 10 values. So these are the 10 values of the for loop. So in basic advantage of for loop means like we can write all the conditions in parentheses only. So we are passing the multiple conditions at a time in between the parentheses. That is let I equal to 0 I taken. So I initialize the value. After that, that value will move to the another condition, that is I less than or equal to 10. After that, if data is successfully moved to another one, that is increment. So they have the condition is going on to one by one. So first I mentioned here I equal to 0, right? So I equal to 0 means like I value is 0. After it will move to the another condition, that is I less than or equal to 10. So for example, we have I mentioned I equal to 0, right? So here, so so next it will move to the 0 then or equal to 10. This condition it will be true, right? So next it will move to the I plus plus. So one time it will be print because this is the loop. So whatever I wrote the condition in between the curly braces, that is condition, it will be print up to this particular condition is until it true. So once it is a false, that it will loop is it will come to the out. So that the scenario only it will works here. So I mentioned here I equal 0, 0 less than or equal to 10, right? So if condition is true, right? So one time it will print. So next time it will move to the I plus plus, right? So incremented happened, right? So that's why I value it will come 1. So next time again it will be loop, that is I equal to 1. Next time it will move to the 1 less than or equal to 10. This condition also true, right? So it will increment it happen. So 2. So next I equal to 2. So up to I equal to 11, it will goes to the each and every loop. So I equal to 11 means it's a false, right? So it will loop is it will come to the out of the stage. So that particular looping it will be stopped. So it will print only 0 to 10 values, because I mentioned here 10 only, right? So last value, so it will loop, it will continue up to 10. So when it will come to the 11, in that condition it will be false, right? So that loop it will come to the out. So this is the looping for loop. Got my point, right? Any questions, guys? So next, hello guys, any questions?
No, no, Chandra.
Next one is while loop. So while loop is syntax is different. Check. That is, we'll declare the particular value out of let equal to 10. So next, while condition I'm writing. So here, so this condition is different compared to for loop. For loop means like we added all the conditions at a time, in particular in between the parentheses. But the while loop is, so first of all we need to initialize the value. That value we return the outside of the scope. So written the outside of the scope. So that is let I equal to 10. After that, I've written the some condition in between the parentheses, while parentheses. That is, I given the condition is I less than or equal to 20. So I value is 10, right? So 10 less than or equal to 20. It will go to the looping session. So I've written here example of while loop. So it will move, it will loop continuously up to 20. So when the value is false, that is a I value. When it will come to the 21, so this condition it will be false, right? So it will come to the out of the loop. So we can check the output. So see, only 10 to 20 values printed. So this condition is like we can say while loop. So most of the developers they will use the while loop in real time scenarios. So they will route the, say for example, if you want the some conditions at a time, they will use the while loop. So next one is like do while. Do while. So first let equal to 20. Now I'm taking I equal to 20 here. So next, so this condition is different. So first we can write the initialization value that I equal to 20. After that, I added here do in particular parenthesis. I've written the condition, sorry, statement. So after that, I added the incrementation. So first, when you run the application, first it will goes to the let I equal to 21. Next, it will move to the particular while condition. After that, it will move to the do condition. So this is the do while conditions. It will continuously loop when the data is until it will come to the false. So this is the do while loop. So next one is like a for in for off. Very important one. They introduced it in ES6 features. So for example, I'll write some conditions here. Array equal to, so we can indicate this by indexes, right? So it become like this. So I taken here indexes, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So by using the foreign, we'll get the indexes of the values. So now I'll write some condition here. Sorry, for let x of x in array. See, when I mentioned here, the syntax is let x in array. So whatever we added the particular elements are assigned to the array. So that array, that particular elements of the values, it will convert to indexes into this x. That is log c x. So whatever we added this particular letter as data in array, right? So that data of the indexes, it will move to in x. That is array. So I'll check the. See, it will printed the all the indexes values. See, so foreign means like it will returns the all the indexes of the particular values. So I can write another way. I'll show values as well. So my index value is x. This is a concatenation method I'm adding. Next, my value is so now I'll check the output. See, my index value is 0 and that particular value is 1. See guys, so my index value is 0, right? So that particular value is 1. See, 1. So we can check like this also. So each and every indexes we can find it by using the foreign method. So it will loop the each and every element. So sorry, each and every element. So whatever they loop the elements, so they return the particular indexes of the elements. So we can say these are the elements actually. So in that elements of the indexes, it will print by using the foreign operator or foreign method. Got my point, right? Also, I'll write object as well. The different scenarios. So I'm taking the key name column XYZ. Age and see guys, in arrays actually we can represent by using the indexes, but in object we can represent that index is key values, that is key values name and column is the value. So this is a property, right? Like a key column value. By using the foreign method, we can get the all the keys. Like we can write, I'll write some syntax. Let item. We can write multiple names here. So after in obj. So this particular entire data we assign to obj, right? So that entire values is a loop. It will convert into that particular index values in item. So now unlock item. So all the object key values is moved to the new into the item. Check that. See, I got the only key of the value. So we can use like this also, or another one method also we can use by using the concatenation. My Sorry, we can't do by using the objects. So we can use the object also. No issue. It works in that syntax. See, got it the different values like see. My key value is name and that particular value of the key is xyz and 20 and abc, so we can write like this also. So basically it will works in, so for example we are getting the data from the backend bulk json data. In that scenario we can filter all the values of indexes. We can use the foreign operator. In real time we can use like that. Got my point, right? Any questions, guys? Hello.
Yeah, no questions, Chandru. Yeah, I got it.
Next one is for of. So by using the for operator, we can get all the literable values of the array as well as objects. So foreign means like we can get all the indexes values, and for of means like we can get the all the iterable values. So let array equal to same scenario. Uh, I'll write you something new. HTML file. I'm taking the list of it. We have written here something. So now by using the for my data of array. So when I mentioned here array, all the iterables are stored into array, right? So I'm added here array, so that by using the for up, so all the values of the array it will move to the my data. So it will look the each and every value and it will print one by one. So it will come like this. So one by one it will be print. So most of the cases we can use this for off in a real time in angular as also. So if you want to filter out the all the values of in json, so we can use this particular for off, we can get all the values at a time. So for example mostly we can use in the table boxes. In tr we have, right? So in tr we can mention ng for equal to let x of the response data, so we can get the all the values, enter all the values, we can get it. So no need to write the all the values one by one. So when you mention this particular for of, it loop the all the values and it will print the entire data in browser. And also it will works. So obj also we can do objects. Let obj, uh, so we can look the each and every values. So, right. Oh, what is it? not iterable. Okay, sorry. So actually, it is not a iterable, right? It is not a array tuples, right? We can't get it. Sorry. So we can get like this only. So these are the for in for of groups in JavaScript. Any questions, guys, regarding this for loop, while loop, do while, for in for of?
Chandru, what is the difference between for and while? Because both are same, right?
So basically, we can use this for into the all the conditions in at a time, and also while most of the cases they will use the whiles only, because we given the values right here, let I equal to, we can use that particular into different scenarios also. So mostly we can use the while. So say for example, whatever getting the backend data, some data, say for example, we have the some list of the data is there, right? So in that list of the data, we can check into this while loop also. So the list of the data is up to 30. So we can list of the entire the sessions of the first names or last names, emails. So we can list out it. So in that cases, we can use the while loop.
Okay.
And also another basic example of this loop, for loop and while also. So when you use the loop, it will print the n number of the particular values based on given the condition. And while loop is it will ask the depends upon this initialization. Based on the initialization only, it will print the data, and also increment values also based on the scenarios only it will work. That one also one of the scenarios there. In for loop, we can add the all the conditions in at a time, at a place, right? So but this while it will not like that. That is also one of the basic example of that.
Okay.
Any questions, guys? Hello, guys, any questions? Hello.
No, Chandu, no.
Yes. Okay. Next concept, I'll move to the functions. Functions are also very important. Without functions, we can't develop the applications. Functions are also very important. Functions. So basically, if you want to do some particular task, so we can use the functions. So we have the multiple types are there in functions. So that is are the regular functions, anonymous function, arrow functions, constructor function, callback function, callback help function, higher order functions, and also first order functions. So we have the, and also IIFE, immediately invoked functions. So we have the multiple functions are there in JavaScript. So today I will discuss about the three functions, that is a regular functions, and anonymous functions, arrow functions. So basically arrow function is ES6 features. So what is the regular function? What is the anonymous function? What is an arrow functions? Let's explain it clearly. Regular function. So regular function syntax is a function name, my data. So this is the regular function. Regular function means like if function has name, that we can consider the regular function. So in regular function they have the function names, that is syntax is function and function name. So in between the function scope we can write the particular statements. Finally we can call that function. So this is the regular function. Anonymous function is function has no name, we can say anonymous function. Anonymous function has no name, that is we can syntax is function. So it will come like this. So this is the anonymous function. So we need to assign some local variable, that is let my so we need to assign the some local variable. So we need when I assign to this entire function to the particular variable, right? So when I call to this function, we can use my function method. So when I mention here, so automatically this particular my function C, it will convert to the method. So this is the anonymous function. So next one is arrow function. Arrow function is quite similar to the anonymous function. That is let it will come like this. So this is the regular function. It will only syntactically also it very short, and we can write the one line answers as well. So these are the regular function, sorry, arrow function. So arrow function come like this. So we can pass here elements, and that elements we can call here. So this is the arrow function. This is the anonymous function, and we can call arrow functions like this. You get the output. So this is the difference between the arrow function, regular function, anonymous function. One second, guys. So and also sorry for the disturbance, guys. So these are the some types of the functions. That is, I already told you, regular function, anonymous function, and arrow function. So regular function means like it has the name, so we can easily call using that name. So anonymous function has no name, so we need to assign some local variable, then only it will work. So whatever you assign that particular local variable, that variable it will convert to the method. Similarly, arrow function also it will work like that only. But some basic difference between anonymous function and arrow functions is like, anonymous functions are mostly we can use in callback functions, immediately invoked functions, and arrow functions mostly we can use the array methods like a filter, map, reduce. In that cases we can use the things. And also arrow function is very short, when it will come to the syntax purpose also it's very shorter compared to anonymous. And also arrow function cannot take the this values, it takes only written values only. So these are the basic difference between the anonymous and the arrows. So first I'll write some basic examples here. I'll comment it. The function my data. So I'm passing here two parameters, a comma b. So I'm logging here. So a plus b. So now I'm calling here my data. So comma 5. So comma 8. So 5. So we'll get the output 12. So I pass it here two parameters. So we in functions we can pass the parameters. That parameters we call here statements as well. So I use it here function calling. So whatever I pass the parameter a comma b, I given the values here. So once you run the application, this particular values it will move to the this particular my data a comma b. It will works here. So step by step it will follow the each and every step. Then it will print the values whatever given the statements. So like that, our regular function it will work. So tomorrow I'll discuss about the topics anonymous functions, uh, arrow functions, and immediately invoked functions. And when it will come to the subject topic like the asynchronous JS topic, so I will discuss the callback help functions. And some coming classes I'll discuss the topics like higher order functions and constructor function in objects. Is it okay for you guys?
Yeah.